Welcome back. Up until this point, we learned that OOP, or Object-Oriented Programming, is a paradigm, a way for us to think about structuring our code. We went from procedural to writing functions to now using things like object-oriented programming. Now, what we've seen is what we call a classical OOP. That is, we use classes to incorporate object-oriented programming paradigms. We learned that we can create a class in Python with a class keyword using this naming convention, which is camel case with capital letter, which tells other programmers that this is a class that needs to get instantiated. We learned about class object attributes. We learned about how we can instantiate an object and how we have this init function that runs on every instantiation to customize our objects. We learned about how to add methods to our class so that each object that we create and instantiate has access to these methods. We also learned that there's things like class method and static methods, which are methods that can be called on the class without actually instantiating it into an object. And all of this was that so we can create our own data type that models the real world. Now, there's still lots more to learn in object-oriented programming. But if you follow these guidelines and look at this overall structure, that's pretty much it. That's how classes work in Python. And we actually have gained a really powerful tool now to really make our code better. Now, the idea of object-oriented programming requires some practice, and it's really hard to grasp when you're just starting out. We're going to try and do some exercises and learn a few more things about object-oriented programming so that we can really grasp this concept and use it in our everyday programs. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.